It appears we're in no immediate danger. We can speak here, mortal. I've never faced such a convoluted contradiction of fate before. While we learned the cause of the incongruity, I wasn't able to make the necessary corrections, unfortunately. At least we chased off Torvasard and defeated the Kinreeve. You want to help me? What a strange mortal you are. But resourceful. I'm not sure I would have learned anything at all without your assistance. Here's the gold I promised. You earned it. This problem bears contemplation. I'll find you again soon. Farewell. Wait. My master, Hermaeus Mora, wants to speak with you, mortal. He will use me as his vessel.
Know that the Prince of Secrets addresses you, chosen of fate. I can observe through my watchling's eyes, speak through them, even act through them when necessary. You and Scroot uncovered a threat before even I became aware of it. That concerns me. But you and Scroot were not fooled. For that, I give you a gift, so that I may better aid you against this ongoing threat to my realm and yours. I will make this watchling available to you for the duration of our agreement. Now, Laramil comes.
I came as soon as I heard Proxy. I knew what Hermaeus Mora predicted, but I never truly imagined invaders in Apocrypha. One more thread of fate to investigate, Proxy. Take this portal and see where it leads.
Laramil the Wise? You know this mortal too? Then understand that agents of Vermina invaded my master's realm.
Ah, one of Hermaeus Mora's examiners of contradictions. Reality is in jeopardy, Watchling. We can use every ally we can get. Come, Proxy. Fate dictates that I join you at this location. The threads of fate draw both of us to this place, Proxy. Telrendis, once the home of a powerful Telvanni magister named Meln the Mouthless, but now abandoned. From what I could ascertain, no one knows what happened to the wizard of this tower. That has yet to be determined. One of the strands of fate revealed to me converges at this location. More than that, Hermaeus Mora expects us to learn for ourselves. Of the 3 sites, this one requires that I be on hand to assist you. I never said it was more important, just that fate requires both of us here. More than that, we shall need to determine. I do sense a lingering presence, a connection to Apocrypha. Help me investigate this place and Hermaeus Mora will reward you. I wish to survey the tower and its grounds. The threads of fate hang over this place like cobwebs of possibility and consequence. Let us explore the center of the compound and see where those threads take us. The Telvanni are one of the great Dunmer houses. They focus on magic and the arcane arts, and they consider power, ruthlessness, and ambition to be paramount. We must be careful in our dealings with them, for they are nothing if not dangerous. Yes, but I could not learn much. Just that he owns this tower, but has not been seen in some time. The place is considered abandoned. He was a Telvanni Magister, the highest rank in the house, second only to the Archmagister. Telvanni Masters and Magisters avoid undue socializing, fearing threats from all directions. So they appoint agents to represent them. Mouths. Meln eschewed the practice, hence they called him Mouthless. I expect his tower to be a fortress. The vampire mercenaries. The tower's defenses have them well occupied.
Master Shell ready. The tower's defenses continue to oppose us.
Meln was thorough, I'll give him that. Any word from the tower?
No progress yet. I'll keep you informed.
See that you do, Captain. You there, come forward. You aren't with the Dusksabers.
A Telvanni master. Speak with her, Proxy.
I expected to have Telrendis all to myself today, and you're certainly not one of Captain Zenfis's vampire mercenaries. So, who are you, and why have you come to this tower? Abandoned, yes, but not without its defenses. Telrendis is a dangerous place, Fla. I advise you not to interfere with the Dusksabers, and it seems Meln the Mouthless left Telrendis well protected, as my mercenaries can testify. Oh, the Telvanni Magister who owned this place. He's been missing for decades. The old fool possessed a book that I very much want to add to my library. Scavenge if you will, as long as you understand the book is mine. Now, why are you really here? Indeed. You don't look like a Daedric cultist. Running errands for Daedra is frowned upon in most lands, but I appreciate your honesty. My Dusksabers are stymied, and Meln warded his tower against other Telvanni such as myself. Perhaps you can help. Find a way into the tower and breach Meln's defenses so I can recover the book I seek. You can then attend to your business with the gratitude of a Telvanni master. So what do you say? Do we have an agreement? I suggest you begin with the old Telrendis Hall, to the southwest of this camp. Captain Zenfis reports that his Dusksabers are having a difficult time there. If you can succeed where they have so far failed, I will make it worth your while. I collect arcane relics, Fla. It's something of an obsession of mine. I send the Dusksabers to recover a great many things. A glyphic, you say? I'd have to check my ledger. There are so many items on my list. Are you sure it was the Dusksabers? In my experience, it's hard to tell one vampire from another. It's why I insist that Captain Zenfis wear a name tag. I never tell the Dusksabers how to do a job I hire them for. Mercenaries, what can you do? An appeal to my vanity. How charming and clever. We Telvanni think highly of ourselves and enjoy sharing. I'm an accomplished mage, as you might guess, and I have more than earned the right to wear a master's hood. In fact, I should be a magister. The next rank up in the house, which will allow me to challenge the Archmagister. I expect to be awarded the rank soon enough. Now, don't you have a tower to break into? My business is my own, but if you must know, I recently purchased a shuttered malachite mine there and put it back into operation. I'm not surprised you found some of my correspondence. I regularly exchange letters with the overseer I hired. I instructed my work crew to set up an arcane experiment. Nothing dangerous. If the overseer I hired employed Daedric cultists, it was without my knowledge or consent, and I rarely order my hirelings to commit violence, let alone kill anyone. In some quarters, it's impolite to ask about such things. I'm a Telvanni master. I know many Dremora. My dealings with them are not your concern. But if you must know, I had no part in whatever happened in Necrom. Now, assist me or leave this place.
That Telvanni bears watching. But the tower remains the crux of our investigation here. Let us find a way in. A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary?
What happened here? The ward killed my comrade. Not easy to do to a Dusksaber. I thought we had little to fear from old tricks and traps, but look what happened to my comrade. Dead as the last swit who stepped out of line across the Dusksabers. Speaking of, who are you and what are you doing here? Nalia tried to push through the ward on that door. The note over there suggests that something in this room disarms the trap. Clearly, she guessed wrong. I think this strange lens is part of the puzzle. We found it by the note. Here, you take it. We obviously weren't able to figure it out. I'll be damned if I try to use it again. If Shoreni sent you, by all means, be my guest. I'm just going to stand back here.
Lenses such as that can reveal hidden things. Look through it, Proxy. Look for anything glowing. That should be the switch to dispel the ward.
The ward is gone. Master Shoreni must be informed at once.
This is our opportunity. Lead the way, Proxy.
You dare enter the Tower of Mel, Magister of the Telvanni? Turn back or be destroyed!
A spirit. Ignore it and keep going, Proxy.
You aid that thief and liar, Shoreni Barrow! Provoke me at your own risk, intruder!
Interesting. The spirit seems aware of Master Shelreni's attempt to access the tower.
As if murdering me wasn't insult enough. Now she sends you to steal my book.
Is this spirit actually Meln the Mouthless? Perhaps he is the thread that led us here.
Prepare to face the fury of Meln the Mouthless, Magister of the Telvanni! Or we could have a nice chat and discuss this like civilized people.
A reasonable request. Speak to the spirit, Proxy.
If there's one thing I learned in death, it's how foolish the living can be. I know all that passes in my home, intruder. I heard your bargain with that so-called Master Shelreni Barrow. You have given my murderer access to my tower. Why does the Telvanni do anything? Ambition, power, greed. 20 years ago, I stood in Shelreni's path. An obstacle to the higher rank she craved. She requested a meeting. Instead of negotiating, she killed me and tried to steal my prized possession. Oh, just all the contingencies I had in place. With my last breath, I banished her from the tower and set all the wards and defenses. They held perfectly well, until you mucked everything up. She'll have no trouble stealing my black book now. The Tormenting Eye, a tome of forbidden secrets. I see Hermaeus Mora's mark on you and your companion. If you don't know about the black books, she can tell you more. Shelreni Barrow is careless in her pursuit of power. She must not possess my book. Two things protect my book. The spell of illegibility I cast upon it, and the fact that without my aid, it will take her time to break the spell on her own. Still, I'd rather she never get her hands on it. Stop her, and I'll find a way to reward you.
The thread becomes clear. Hermaeus Mora sent us to recover the Black Book.
The Black Book is mine. And with this soul gem, I also have this miserable spirit. Meln comes with me.
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse!
I knew a Telvanni master would be formidable. Come, Proxy. We have plans to make. The threads of fate here are tied to three things. Master Shelreni, Meln the Mouthless, and the Black Book. That was the connection to Apocrypha I sensed here. Black Books are creations of Hermaeus Mora and his realm. Black Books are relics of Apocrypha. Each holds a different secret. Most are kept in the vast libraries of Hermaeus Mora's realm, but he sometimes gifts one to a mortal. In addition to forbidden knowledge, each serves as a portal to Apocrypha. That is a secret the one who knows has not yet shared with me. I can count the number of black books I know about on one hand, and each is unique. Only one copy of each book exists. This is the first I have heard of one titled The Tormenting Eye. We must free Meln the Mouthless from Master Shelreni's grasp, and retrieve the Black Book. But to do that, we need more information. Look around, Proxy. If Meln was indeed murdered here, there might be proof of Shelreni's villainy. The body of Meln the Mouthless. It is clear he was murdered at this very spot. That letter from Master Shelreni's mouth. That meeting must have been when Meln was murdered. Meln the Mouthless let down his guard and paid the ultimate price. His body has remained here forgotten and undisturbed for decades because he preferred solitude above all else. Now Master Shelreni has both Meln's spirit and his Black Book. To recover Meln and his Black Book, you must find Master Shelreni. And the letter you discovered explains how to do that. Go to the Assembly of Masters at Old Isra and question Shelreni's mouth, Vabdru. He shall know how to reach her. No, here our paths diverge. I leave Mouth Vabdru and Meln in your hands. While you pursue the spirit, I shall research the Black Book and contemplate the other threads of fate. I must determine how this factors into the threat against Apocrypha. Master Shelreni has trapped Meln's spirit in a soul gem. You must retrieve that gem or destroy it. Go to Old Isra and find Shelreni's aide, Mouth Vabdru. He must have an office in the tower called Telvara. The Telvanni Assembly of Masters meets there. Well, their representatives do. The Masters themselves rarely bother to make an appearance. That is what they have mouths for. You want to go to Telvara. The mouths work out of that tower in Old Isra. The Masters leave day-to-day concerns to their mouths. Their own arcane studies are far more important to them, and they try to avoid direct interaction with their rivals whenever possible. The fate that befell Meln is not an uncommon one. This portal leads outside. You must travel to Old Isra from there. Defenses around Tel Hulin play havoc with portal magic.